Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. The Labour Party and Peter Obi has kicked against the offers that the current president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has given to opposition governors. You know, there are a lot of governors who are from the opposition, and one of it is from Labour Party, talking about the governor of Abia State. And we're made to understand that the chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, Kwara State, who is Kwara State Governor, talking about Abdul Rashid, had disclosed at a meeting of the forum in Abuja on Tuesday night that the president asked the governors to nominate competent persons to serve in the board and parastatal of federal government agencies which were dissolved last month. We all know that so all the boards were dissolved. And it has been reported also that Tinubu announced the dissolution of governing board of over 153 agencies, parastatals, government-owned companies and institutions, and the dissolved boards were among the 209 constituted by Buhari way in December 2007. And right now we have not less than 2,000 vacant positions on the board, and they are expected to be filled with new nominees. And the boards are really many. I wouldn't have all the time to mention it. We have the Northeast Development Commission, we had about 12 vacant slots. The Independent Corrupt and Other Related Offences Commission with 7 board seats. We have the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, talking about JAM, has about 7. Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria. We have the Nigerian Social Insurance Trust Fund Board. We have the National University Commission, that's the NUC. All of these boards, there are so many, they have nothing less than 2,000 vacancies that must be filled by nominees. So the president is extending the consent to all the governors to give him people who will fill those seats. And the governors also are part, some of them are expected to be part of that, boards. But right now, the Labour Party had to speak up because it's almost like an appeasement, to the opposition parties. A lot of people consider it to be an appeasement to the Labour Party and to other parties just to ensure that they calm down. But they did not see it from that light, because right now Labour Party had to speak up concerning it so that the people will not feel comfortable with it. So, commenting on Tinubu's offer of board slot to the governors across party lines, the Labour Party had described it as a gimmick to lure the opposition government and chieftains into the ruling party. And the chief spokesperson for Obidient campaign council, Yenusa Tanko, has stated such a subtle move will not change the fact that Tinubu's presidency is an illegitimate government. He went further to say that APC is doing everything in their crooked books to ensure they legitimize this government, which we have resisted vehemently. We will only do what is rightfully ours when the court makes its decision and pronouncement. But as far as we are concerned, every attempt we see them do is a means to cajole people to believe and legitimize their government. That is the truth about it. Tanko wonder why the APC would want to appease the sole LP governor with board offers when the party has hundreds of supporters in Abia State that could be given board appointment. He further added that sending letters to state governor is part of the process of legitimizing their governance, which we are insisting at the moment. LP has only one governor. The belief is that the governor may likely dance to their tune, but the truth about it is that will the APC tell you they don't have party people in Abia State that they can nominate? Why must they go through the governor to do so? What they are aiming to do is to indirectly co-opt him into their party, and that's the truth. Speaking in the same vein, Obi Media Aid Tai Obasi said, as much as what the president is attempting to do appears positive, it is not enough to legitimize his government. It is obviously a gimmick, of course. You know the man Tinubu and the problem he is facing in court. It is easy for one to see what he is trying to do, even though it looks positive though. But again, the opposition are not fools. As we are concerned, we still see his government as an interim one. Meanwhile, the People Democratic Party has said it cannot comment until its governors took a position on the offer. The National Publicity Secretary of the party, Debo Olugbunagba, said, I am not even aware that the president has asked the governors to make their nomination to the board of parastatal. I have not spoken with the PDP governor, and until I do so, it would not be appropriate to make a comment on this on behalf of the party. On his part, the PDP presidential candidate in the last election, Atiku Abubakar said a reaction is unnecessary. Speaking to his media aide, Mr. Paul Ibe, the former vice president said, it is not within our purview to react to issues like this, so no comment. But the Social Democratic Party commended Tinubu for the initiative, which it said would bring about national integration. Speaking on Wednesday, the National Publicity Secretary of the party, Rufus, described it as a good development. This is quite interesting, I must say. Now, we must understand that Tinubu is a good politician. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. And not just a good politician, he has surrounded himself with people of high mental capacity. So, one of the things I know that most people were really looking at was inclusiveness when it comes to leadership, that he needs to carry everyone along so that we can rescue Nigeria from the merry clay it has found itself, especially economically. And I think that's what he's trying to do, and he's giving everyone an opportunity. And guess what? Some of those seats, for example, the NUJ, some of them will be occupied by very intelligent people, professors, and some of them may have been strong supporters of Peter Obi. So how do we kind of cajole these people? Say that if we take any step that is not legitimate, we'll have fewer voices to cry out. We'll have fewer important voices because they know the masses are there to talk. But guess what? Most of them do not have great impact when they speak. So we need to see how we can engage other people to be a part of the government. So I see it also as a strategy by the current administration. But guess what? I don't think that can influence the judiciary. If the judiciary will do their work, whether the government is trying to, create a romancing platform with other political parties and their members, if the judiciary is independent enough, that cannot affect them. They will stand by their decisions and make their decision, just like the PDP had said. It's uncalled for to comment on that. The main thing should be on the judiciary. But I feel that the Labour Party commended on it, reason being that they want to prep their own supporters that, hey, whatever you guys are saying is not enough to legitimate or to legitimize this government. This government for us came in on a wrong floor. Like Peter Obi had always said, he said, if you want to be called an excellency, then you must also arrive at the position that many people call you excellent through an excellent process. And that's all what he's trying to establish, that the current government came in, but not through an excellent process, which he's trying to fight to get back to himself, because he knows that he didn't cajole anybody to vote for him. They did that on the grounds of his ability to lead the people. That's what we'd like to leave it. What do you think about these reactions from the Labour Party? Do you think it's really called for, or do you think it's a way towards ensuring that they get back the minds of their people to stand with them?